Hi guys,
Hello people.
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching Mad Men, episode 7.
7. God, these 3 days have been I can't say it so
Every day
fast.
it's been Mad Men.
Mad Men days.
I think people will be shocked to know now because we haven't posted episode 1 at this point. And we're
And
watching
here we are on
episode
episode 7.
I think people will be shocked to know how much we pre-filmed, how much
Oh
we
yeah.
watched already.
Are you shocked, guys?
Somebody saw, they're not now. But somebody saw that I put it on TV time, that I'm watching and all the comments, oh my god, so excited, it's happening. People have been waiting for this show for years now, so.
There has been some definitely that have been fighting for it in the comments.
Yes.
And you have lived to tell the tale of us watching. So here we are. God, what happened in the last episode?
In the last episode, I remember Peggy had an idea,
Peggy, my girl. No, I'm gonna love seeing that. She does not get paid anymore for doing more job.
Of course not.
More work. But okay, because she can, in this way she can move up and have ideas. I have no idea.
It's gonna be honestly, I think,
because
very
honestly,
story.
the men keep saying what do women want an advertisement? They have no fucking clue. You need a woman also, so I think it's gonna be very valuable. I think it's gonna be a great story. Again, it's gonna be a great story also to parallel with Joan and Betty.
Yes.
So I'm just so excited to watch that.
Honestly, those are the 3 stories that I'm right now the most interested in.
Yeah.
Just because I have not, I can't say I have watched shows that present women in this time for quite some time right now. Maybe some movies, but honestly, haven't watched anything similar like this for a while, I would say,
Yeah, I agree.
So, that is why I'm personally right now the most interested in those 3 stories.
Yeah.
Interrupted me every second.
I was trying just to press play. I'm so sorry. But yeah, yes, I agree.
Honestly.
I agreed with everything. It's my favorite. It's actually one storyline about women in this time and how they're living and surviving.
Yes, but what I also love is just that we have 3 characters very different from each other, but all represent this time, just in different stages either of life or different situations and things like that. There are 3 different women, more than 3. Again, I think we're gonna have side characters like Helen. Helen and Lydia, that do sound similar to me.
I don't think so, but okay.
Helen. Those similar side storylines that are also gonna present specific type of women in that age, let's say. So those are the things that I really right now am enjoying the most in the show, honestly, because again, have not watched anything similar, but also of course love other characters like Dawn and Pete as well. Very very interesting in where their characters are going as well.
So again,
sorry, but with Dawn more interested where he has been than where he is going.
So 7 episodes in, there's so many interesting storylines. We could play this episode. Let's see. It's called Red in the Face.
Red.
That means anger. Red in the face.
Yes.
Or embarrassment. One or.
Thinking of choreography now.
And I was thinking how the drum guy has to have had fun with this song. Because the drums are somehow so different from the other.
Yeah.
I understand. I have a moment.
So the man, okay.
How is she?
Which man?
Oh yes, a therapist.
Period in therapeutic time.
So she's making progress?
She's not particularly forthcoming yet. Mostly, she seems consumed with petty jealousies and overwhelmed with everyday activities. Basically, we're dealing with the emotions of a child here.
She wasn't always like this.
Well, we're finding that this kind of anxiety is not uncommon in housewives. And let's not forget, the death of a parent is extremely destabilizing.
Go to Mims. Bring the heiress. Call me from there. I'll try to
This has to be the weirdest combination I've seen. Milk and vodka.
They're having the Nixon boys stop by at the end of the week.
With Nixon?
You know how Hitler got Neville Chamberlain to give him everything at Munich? He held a conference at an old palace that forbids smoking. And after an hour and a half of not smoking, Neville Chamberlain would have given Hitler his mother as a dance partner.
All I can get from this story is that Hitler didn't smoke. And I do.
But this is his episode. Where's my girl? Well, clearly there she is.
Hello there.
Good news. Mona and Margaret are going out of town for the weekend. Mona's mother fell down the steps.
You're really blessed.
Good news.
Come on over.
I got us a couple of sandwiches and filled the thermos for the tray. Mr. Sterling, this is Carol, my roommate.
Nice to meet you, Carol. We will go away. Not tonight. Some weekend coming up. Puerto Rico?
I don't care if it's Cuba. I need a little notice.
You've got a lot of rules, Red. What are you doing tonight?
Working and going home.
I'll let you enjoy that one, honey, but I was talking to Donald here.
I'm on the 531.
Reservations at home, I've had those. Easiest ones to break. Besides, they love it when you keep them guessing. Add spice.
Trying to get me in trouble? Betty's cooking.
One drink.
And that's
You
going
owe
to
me
a
that.
therapist.
Did I miss something?
No. Don and I talk all the time when you're not around. In fact, we do it right now. Don, shall we?
Stop stepping on him
Well,
so
good night,
much.
boys.
Good night, Paul. Love doing that.
You seem like a busy little girl. Jacob pushing you around
It's a
enough?
little girl.
What does that mean?
Burning midnight oil is not good for your skin.
I'm working on copy.
On your own.
Mr. Rumsen liked what I did in the brainstorming thingy.
Want me to take a look at it? I do it for a lot of the fellas.
Really?
Yeah, really.
At a certain age, they lose that. What? The glow of pure youth.
Yes, because they fall for you.
Puts out the light.
I don't think those two have 30 years between them.
Polka dots looks like a lot of fun.
Because like when your brain doesn't develop still, like you can fall for this bullshit.
Making.
I'll call Betty. Tell her we'll be 3.
No.
Sure? Are you kidding?
Good.
My eyes are burning. That's impossible. Don't use gymnastics in the house.
He said my eyes are burning because of the smoke, and she said that's impossible.
You are going home, right?
Yes, I'm going home. Unfortunately, Roger has decided he needs a home cooked meal.
Unfortunately.
You're kidding. I don't know if I have enough food.
Is everyone's portion just less?
I think her.
She's not eating meat at all.
Just steak? You sure you don't want some?
No, thank you, Roger. I'm a vegetarian sometimes.
Mona has a little calorie book she keeps on the refrigerator. Always has her nose in there. Believe me, on those nights it was very difficult to go to sleep. You ever experienced that, Don?
Trouble sleeping? Never.
Your husband's a funny son of a bitch, you know that, Betty?
We used to swim in a quarry.
By the way, you drop your G's every once in a while. I always thought you were raised on a farm. Someplace with a swimming hole. Jesus, don't tell me it's your anniversary.
No.
Don't worry, Sally got this frosting machine.
Simple, to the point, colloquial, she writes like her father. I'll give hers, you get your own. 3 on a match. First man lights up, they notice you. Second man, Jerry takes aim. Third one, Peter's aim.
But the professional wisdom says that one of our guys came up with that as a way to sell matches.
You tell your kids there's no Santa Claus?
He'd never do that. John never talks about the war.
The war? His war, you mean?
Not much to say. You boys used up all the glory.
We did, didn't we? Hey, maybe I was bored, but I thought we should get that little plane.
Bored? What about scared? That never comes into these stories.
You're making me look bad in front of the lady.
That's impossible. Finish your story.
He was going away from us, but we hit him. I watched him dive into the waves just beyond the horizon.
Make sure you tell her I ate the M in Mom.
Roger.
I can't believe you've had 2 babies.
Don't do that.
You've been making eyes at me all night. You can't tell me that I'm not giving you hot pants.
What?
I can make more coffee.
I just want you to know that when I go to sleep tonight, I will be thinking all about you. I was just saying what a lucky man you are. Beautiful children. Enjoy it. Well, I should be on my way. That's my car. There you go.
God.
Lights!
Is she gonna tell? Are you gonna ask?
I thought that he would ask.
What was that?
What? Nothing happened, Don. Other than your drunk boss ruining our evening. Can we leave it at that?
You seem to be having a grand time. You made a fool of yourself.
Why would she say that?
You were throwing yourself at him, giggling at his stories.
I was being friendly. He's your boss.
I don't like to be treated that way in my own home. I know what I saw.
You want to bounce me off the walls? Does that make you feel better?
Sometimes I feel like I'm living with a little girl.
The therapist said.
My in-laws.
Literally, all that she was
4 seasons.
doing was like being polite in a way.
In every way. I also think she likes listening to stories because her husband does not give her any.
But what is it?
It's a chip and dip.
Let me see.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go to somebody else's wedding. I like to know what people are returning.
What? You have your friends over, you put chips on the sides and dip in the
I
middle.
like it, it's cute.
Yeah.
Dip. Yes. Now, I have to return this thing.
Today, she said, I'm sure.
I like doing things for her.
You're right. I'm sorry. When you finish shopping, come join us. I hear they make a great grasshopper. Mildred.
Okay, losers. For the love of God.
Literally.
Mr. Draper, Mr. Sterling to see you.
Send him in.
Let's pretend to work now. You have alcohol issues.
About last night. When a man gets to the point when his name's on the building, he can get an unnatural sense of entitlement.
What does that mean, Roger?
Oh, you're not gonna make this easy.
I don't even know what this is.
At some point, we've all parked in the wrong garage.
Thanks for the bottle, Roger.
And?
Daddy's gonna want that glass back.
Good man.
You threw your wife out, not him.
Maybe I should get a case of those, huh?
What a fucking man.
This is taking a long time. Is it that complicated?
Ah, the blue box. You must be a newlywed. That explains it.
Yes, it does. Adorable.
My husband, he'd rather be drinking at lunch. Even when we were newlyweds, I think. He's in advertising.
I'm in advertising. Sterling Cooper.
He's at BBDO, media buyer, Jim Wallace.
Don't know him.
That's because you're here at lunch.
Next.
Everyone let him be!
There's nothing wrong with it. We got 2. It's a chip and dip. We got 2. It's practically 4 of something.
Name?
Camel.
I suppose you don't have a receipt?
Gosh, I wish I did. No. It was a gift.
Humps the Camel Campbell.
Matherton, what are you doing here?
Getting my racket restrung. Men's room back this way.
Down the hall past the water fountain.
What are you doing here?
Returning wedding gift.
Not mine, I hope.
It's a chip and dip. You put chips on the side and dip in the middle.
Do you have a receipt?
No, I might have already said that. It wasn't.
What is wrong with everyone?
Store credit.
Well, I was expecting cash.
I'm sorry.
Let me buy you a drink. I have an expense account.
The best I can do is put the store credit in your name so you can spend it here.
I would think about spending it on you if you gave me cash. It's $22.
Store credit.
When he says these things, it's like
Uncomfortable.
I'm trying to cosplay as like one of them.
He has the clap.
When he I'm uncomfortable.
Literally.
Same price as a chip and dip.
Boy.
Amazing.
Here I bought a gun.
Try to make you feel bad by telling you where Carlotta's stocking's at.
.22 caliber, bolt action.
Use it.
He is a perfect representative of how men suffer from the patriarchy as well.
Boys, right?
Look at this. Is it? Have we lost our minds?
Literally,
I
she's
love
so
his secretary.
The rumor is Lyndon Johnson's going to be making a play at the convention, so we may not be going against Kennedy at all. And we have to worry about the South.
But you will be going.
Kennedy. He is a boy.
He's only 4 years younger than Nixon.
But has he been sitting next to the leader of the free world for twice that time? He's inexperienced.
He doesn't even wear a hat.
I don't know. You know who else doesn't wear a hat? Elvis. That's what we're dealing with.
Remind me to stop hiring young people.
America does not want some greasy kid with his finger on the button.
America's gonna elect him. So.
I made a roast beef. Just got the strings.
Well, roast beef. You know it's just me tonight, right?
I would have shoved that fucking roast beef up your ass.
God.
Insufferable.
That was a wedding gift from my Aunt Letty. And you go and get some stupid toy? I can't believe you. That was for us. You're always telling me to grow up. I can't believe you.
He's so sad. He's so sad. Stuff is my favorite.
Mr. Campbell? I thought I'd take you up on your offer to look at my work. But if you're in the middle of something...
He might be mean.
You ever been hunting, Peggy?
No, I don't think so.
You either have or you haven't.
Absolutely.
But you know what I've always wanted to do? I would pick it up, throw its back legs over my shoulder, and I would drag it through the snow to this little cabin. I'd hang it up between a couple of trees, cut it open, drain it, dress it, and then I'd take my big hunting knife and I'd cut this loin right out of the side. And I'd go into the cabin, and there'd be this woman waiting for me, standing by one of those old stoves with a big black pipe. And I'd hand it to her, and she'd put it in a cast iron skillet. And then I'd sit at the table, and she'd bring it to me. And then I would eat it while she watches.
That would be wonderful.
I'll take a look at this for you.
Thank you.
He really is just pitiful.
You're gonna see someone? Oh.
Hi, girl.
Lydia.
Helen. Hello. How are you?
Oh, what's happening? What's awkward?
I'm
What
well.
is it awkward?
Yeah.
And how's Glenn?
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to go right on by.
What?
Well,
I
the
was
piece
going
of
to Glenn's
hair.
treasure box the other day, and I found a lock of blonde hair. Your hair, he says.
Oh, I don't know what he told you.
Oh, Glenn doesn't lie, not when he's caught.
I'm not saying it's a lie.
Betty, he asked me for it, and you gave it to him. He is 9 years old. What is wrong with you?
Excuse me. What was that?
You ready for another? Or have you topped off your tank?
You're leading this dance.
All right, what the hell? It's the GOP. I'll never smell it over the stench of grill creamer. Easy on the vermouth. Another dozen of these.
Me as well.
I've always thought you were a man who could keep up, Tom.
Should you eat that many oysters?
Why? Is there something wrong with doing that? They're gonna be so drunk for the meeting.
Anything else, gentlemen? Did you know they serve cheesecake to the Olympic athletes in ancient Greece?
So what's an extra lap or two around the steno pool for us? 2 cheesecakes.
And don't let me see the bottom of this glass.
Drinking milk. I never liked it. I hate cows.
Jill Sandifer was in the market earlier today.
What?
Is it true?
You're my friend, Francine. Are you coming over here to do recon?
I'm worried about you.
I don't know what happened. Did that really happen? And I just put it out of my mind.
Well, what did happen?
Whatever you heard. I don't even want to hear it. I have my own version, and it's plenty.
It's okay. Honestly, I don't know anyone who wouldn't want to take a good poke at her. She's so selfish. Those long walks and that pathetic job at Benson's Jewelry. Carlton went in there to buy me some earrings. I'm sure she loved that. When I saw the Benson's Jewelry wrapping paper, I almost threw it in his face.
And that John Kennedy. I hate him.
Really?
What will people think?
I think they'll be glad to know you're not a marshmallow. Look, it'll all be forgotten. We don't have to include Helen Bishop anymore. Let her know whose side we're all on.
My mother always said, you're painting a masterpiece. Make sure to hide the brushstrokes. She was really beautiful. Then I think, why am I doing all this? I'm not that vain.
What does Dr. Wayne say?
Nothing. I'm pretty sure Dr. Wayne tried to look down my neckline the other day. He sits behind me. And as far as I'm concerned, as long as men look at me that way, I'm earning my keep. Then every once in a while, I think, no, this is something else. I don't want my husband to see this.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. Mr. Sterling, Mr. Draper, I'm waiting for service.
So am I. What are you talking about?
We're out of order.
Crap.
We go back to lunch.
No. Cooper had a seizure. He hasn't already.
So?
If they go by stairs, they're gonna puke. Oh, and I want that for them.
Ridiculous. Building this big, what if there was a fire?
We'll be walking down. Easier. Well, maybe we can get them to come down and have the presentation on the 8th floor landing. Well, what do you want to do? We're almost there.
The hell we are.
Well, we can waste another 5 minutes talking about it if you want. You want to rest a minute?
No, sir.
Is he gonna puke?
Like, it seems like they have been having, like, this man off this entire episode.
Yeah. Maybe man.
So, like, he's...
But I thought he was worse.
Who?
Don. But now it seems like...
I mean, he is worse because, like, he went to Betty after the two women in the bar or whatever, like, looked over at him and not at him. So, like, he's pathetic from the
No,
get-go.
I thought, like, he's drunker.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that.
Yeah.
Take him away from me.
I mean,
But, like, now it seems that he's the
yeah.
drunker. That's just what I was...
I said go on.
There's something good about seeing them like that.
I think he's sweating through his suit.
Elevator's out.
It's quite a hike. Where's Sterling?
He's coming.
Lou, Michael, Charlie, Don Draper.
Hey, Don.
Our creative muscle.
Hopefully a little brains.
Red in the face.
Sorry to keep you fellas waiting. The elevator's out.
Pete Campbell, of course.
Who's spoken on the phone?
Yeah.
He'll continue handling things for you. And when I say handling, I mean he runs everything by me. And of course, my partner,
God.
Sterling.
Okay, Sterling. Oh my gosh, he's gonna puke.
The elevator's down.
Those boys over at United Fruit.
He's white. He's white completely.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You all right, Roger?
Get us some ice water. You okay?
Don't look so smug.
Yeah. Good.
Quite literally standing above him saying this.
Botcha me, I botcha you, and everything goes crazy. Ba, ba, botcha me, bambino, ba, ba, bo, bo.
Pathetic man.
Who?
To me, many of them.
Yeah, men.
Men, yeah.
Oh, like I thought you said pathetic man.
No.
So I was like, which one?
Mad
men, pathetic.
Pathetic man.
Yes, some pathetic, some pitiful, one could say.
Yes, I would say.
I find that so... I think that the episode talked a lot about masculinity in storylines with Dawn and Roger, and then in storylines with Pete. So like I really enjoyed it. I think this is like somehow it's also something that like I think us being women like don't necessarily have the how do I say it? Like I think we would maybe have less understanding. Not understanding, but like how do I explain this? Like I think everyone can look at Dawn and Roger and be like, God, how pathetic. You know, that they're basically having a man off because Roger in the bar like saw that the women looked at Dawn because like Dawn is younger and like very attractive and everything, and so like they looked over at him, and Roger then feels very much I don't know what words to use, threatened. His masculinity, let's say, could feel threatened by Dawn. And so then he goes on to Dawn's house, and it's, you know, it's the 60s also. So like his house, that's his property. His wife is also his property. So like he goes and flirts with his wife as a way to like regain some type of power, let's say, in their dynamic. Which is like I think a very common thing, you know. And then Dawn after that, of course he cannot, because Roger is his boss, so like he cannot berate him as he would, let's say, Peggy, because like with Peggy he gives himself the Betty, sorry. It has two same letters, not same letters, but like two letters repeat. B-T-T-I, P-G-G-I. So it's the same in my mind. I can't differentiate it somehow. Like he is gonna be mad at Betty for not refusing his flirting or whatever, like however you would call it. Well, Betty was just like engaging in conversation. I thought she was being polite. And like you said, I thought, like, I'm sure that Dawn doesn't speak to her at all. So like this is, you know, let's say a funner night than usual, maybe, because like someone is telling some stories, I don't know. But like she didn't do anything that would, in my mind, be deemed unfaithful or whatever to Dawn.
Definitely.
But like Dawn then got very mad because that undermines his own masculinity if he thinks like that his wife is reciprocating flirting with his boss. But like he's not gonna say this to his boss because his boss is his boss, even though they're friends, and I believe that they're friends. But like they have this kind of fucked up relationship and dynamic where they're competing with each other. And so he was so proud and happy of himself when he was the one that was able to carry on climbing these stairs, having drank the same, having eaten everything the same, like putting themselves on equal grounds. And then later on, like Roger is the one that like couldn't handle it while Dawn could. So like you had this imagery of, you know, Dawn towering above him, being like, you know, you're okay. Like he felt at that point he like regained his masculinity or whatever.
We even saw his face afterwards where he was basically gloating.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So like you can like I think everyone can like see this and like call both of them like pathetic, you know, and this need to like outman each other, you know.
I think he would be to me the most pathetic because of the reaction to Betty.
Yes,
that
exactly.
is the reason why I would call him pathetic. Honestly, not because of this fight, because like both
men
are fighting with each other. You know,
no, of
like,
course, like that.
Competing with each other, but like to me, what the part that is pathetic is the part because again, is the part where he is taking out his insecurities on his wife,
definitely,
because he cannot take it out on his boss.
Of course, because everyone has insecurities, and like you're gonna do petty things, you know, because like you feel a certain type of way. And like we can all say that is not, you know, that shows, let's say, not strong you are. Like you want to show yourself as like this masculine big guy. Like I feel like it would be more masculine or whatever. Like if you were confident in everything around you, but like you're not. It's not realistic. Let's say, like it would be like the way that they are behaving. I think is pretty normal, you know. Like you said, I think that the thing where like both of them are like fall low is when they like use Betty to one up each other or I mean, that's what Roger did, and then Dawn just like poured his insecurities onto her by getting angry at her.
Yeah, honestly, that was the part like that, like I found the most pathetic.
Yeah,
honestly.
definitely.
I mean, even she told him, "What are you gonna basically show me your strength the way that like you're gonna throw me to the wall? Is that like what is gonna make you feel like a man, like more secure?"
Yeah.
In this whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
So like that is the part that like I personally really disliked, even though it was not at all shocking part. Like immediately when he saw it, like it crossed my mind that like the next thing I just don't know where like what line we're gonna see, you know, like what we're gonna see, how he is until like. Is he gonna slap her? Is he gonna, because we don't know him, you know? So like that was the only, but like I thought he was gonna show his power over her in the next scene when they're together alone, you know?
Yeah. And like he's using the thing that like the therapist has told him, like about how something about her like having problems of a little girl or something. So like then he kind of threw that in her face or whatever, because like the doctor is dismissive also to like her issues. So like that was just very low on all fronts for the two of them. But like in that same manner, like talking about masculinity, we have Pete. And I love Pete. Pete is really like I do think he's somehow like a very good representation of how men can also suffer from the patriarchy, in terms of like how other people treat him, because he, let's say, you know, goes and does things like return this gift or something, and like talk about, well, it's a chip and dip or whatever, and like talks about it, and they're all like what, playing dumb, as if like, why would you know what a chip and dip is, because like that is a woman's part of the job, like, well, like it's like he feels emasculated by them.
Even going to the store himself to exchange. You can see in that store there were only women who were buying things, returning or anything, you know. Like they all looked at him like, you know,
as
like,
if he's not like a man or something.
Exactly,
because like when that guy came in, his like friend or whatever, like the woman in front of him had a different reaction to that guy, and like Pete in front of her, like she forgot 10 times what he said, you know? So, like, I think he really is also kind of a perfect representation of that, of, like, how I think he wants to, like, feel masculine, you know? Like, he wants to, like, feel some type of power. And, like, on every front, he gets berated, like, by his boys or whatever,
friends,
and then
by
and then
his
like
bosses, by
then like his wife yells at him for like bringing the gun back home,
being a boy, like who is gonna bring a toy, you know?
Like I think on every front he really gets I feel like they keep stomping on him, you know, and like he then behaves in a way to like try to regain some type of control, and it just feels like so awkward
constantly in every scene. Honestly, I find his story is also one of my favorite stories. Like I find him very interesting character, and like the only person at this point who is not berating him, who is listening to what he's talking, who is, let's say, even admiring things that he says, is Peggy. You know, so like I'm really wondering like where that dynamic is gonna go, what is gonna happen with that, because in these scenes she makes him feel heard, understood, respected.
She is like asking for his opinion on this, you know.
And like when he says a story, she says that's a beautiful story, you know what I mean?
Even though like it's not, like the story was like, I think the story works great, like he's basically saying like it's a very, what I say, like a caveman, you know, like I go and I hunt and I'm like this man.
I'm the man, and the woman is waiting for me and cooks me dinner. You know?
And like again,
with the thing that like I hunted.
Like he again craves that, let's say, masculinity. Again, because of the environment that he has around him, that also tells him that you need to be this certain type of way. You know, that like forces you to have to be this one way. And so, like, I find this storyline so I find the storyline so great. I find him a very endearing character.
Yeah, definitely, like sympathetic character.
Yeah.
Like I empathize with him.
Yeah.
Like in every scene, you know.
Yeah. So like I really like him.
Me too. So like, but like I am really wondering like what is gonna happen with his and Peggy's storyline.
Yeah, because I feel like Peggy is a little bit enamored with him because like she said it's so like it sounds beautiful or
I
something.
think so as well. Again, I think.
I mean, she was like flustered afterwards, like going to buy lunch.
Absolutely, in my opinion as well. Especially again, that is how it seems from the start. You know?
Yeah.
Like from the first time they have slept together, that is how it seemed. You know.
Yeah.
And but like I'm wondering what is gonna like because like I think he is gonna enjoy that because he doesn't get that with any other person, not even with his wife, you know, like but like not even with like his friends, boys around him, let alone bosses, you know.
Yeah, no.
So
like they keep making fun of him, like
constantly.
He had that in his home.
Yeah.
Like his father did that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So like he really is very pitiful.
Yeah. So like I can't wait to see where that story is gonna go, honestly.
Yeah, but it's literally one of my favorites. And I feel like I have said for like 5 storylines one of my favorites. So like it's just there's a lot of great storylines happening simultaneously. I think we're gonna watch the next one.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.